Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Naomi is scheduled to defend her Women's World Championship against Rhea Ripley and Io Shirai in a triple threat match this weekend at WWE SummerSlam. The real-life Bloodline member cashed in her Money in the Bank contract on Shirai in the main event of Evolution 2025, and will now look to defend it at the forthcoming premium live event. The latest episode of WWE Raw saw Naomi compete in her first televised match since becoming the Women's World Champion. She took part in an 8-woman tag team match, in which she teamed up with the Green Regime to take on Ripley, Sky, Nikki Bella, and Stephanie Vaquer. Unfortunately, the real-life Bloodline members suffered a loss as Chelsea Green got pinned by Vaquer. While Naomi will look to retain the gold this weekend in New Jersey, in a massive twist, Nikki Bella could interfere and cost her the title. Earlier this year, the Hall of Famer made a massive return to WWE, competing in the Women's Royal Rumble match before going on a hiatus. However, she later returned and competed in a 20-woman battle royal at Evolution 2025. With her team securing the victory on Raw, Nikki Bella might interfere in the high-stakes championship bout and cost Naomi the Women's World Championship. Interestingly, this could build up a more intense feud between the two veterans in the coming months. That said, this angle is speculative as of this writing. Fans will have to wait and see what happens at SummerSlam. While many viewers await to see who secures the victory among Naomi, Rhea Ripley, and Io Shirai this weekend at SummerSlam, WWE might book Shirai to regain the Women's World Championship. This could happen in a scenario where Rhea Ripley hits a riptide on Naomi and immediately gets thrown out of the ring by Shirai, who then pins the former Glow for the win. A frustrated Ripley could turn heel and attack the Genius of the Sky after potentially failing to regain the gold for a third time. This could intensify their rivalry and possibly set up a blockbuster rematch at WWE Clash in Paris. However, this could only happen if Rhea manages to take Stephanie Vaquer, who has already earned the title match at the event, out before the PLE, or convince management to add her to the Women's World Championship bout. While this angle might sound convincing, it is purely speculative. Fans will have to wait to find out what the Triple H-led creative team has in store for the superstars. Naomi's title reign heading into WWE SummerSlam 2025 has been nothing short of impressive. As one of the most dynamic and beloved stars in the women's division, she has been a beacon of athleticism, charisma, and fan engagement. Her SmackDown Women's Championship matches have consistently delivered high-energy performances, and her popularity remains strong. However, recent developments behind the scenes and subtle on-screen hints have led to growing speculation that her run could come to an end in a shocking and controversial way, and it might be directly influenced by the actions of a WWE Hall of Famer. The buzz started to pick up when fans began noticing that Naomi's recent storylines were being subtly overshadowed by the involvement of veterans and authority figures who may have their own agenda. Most notably, WWE Hall of Famer Trish Stratus has been spotted more frequently backstage and at ringside, and her cryptic interviews on WWE digital platforms have done little to calm the rumors. Trish, known for her fierce competitive spirit and her occasional heel turns throughout her career, has not competed since her historic bout against Becky Lynch, but her recent attitude has been more calculated and cold. Sources within WWE have noted that Trish Stratus has been quietly lobbying for changes within the women's division, particularly targeting the newer generation of stars she believes haven't paid their dues. Naomi, who returned to WWE with a fresh look, a new entrance, and a hot streak, might be at the center of this brewing conflict. Trish has alluded to setting things right and redefining legacy, which has led to speculation that she might directly interfere in Naomi's SummerSlam title match. What makes the situation more explosive is the rumored opponent Naomi will face at SummerSlam, Jade Cargill. A powerhouse with undeniable star potential, Jade has made waves since debuting in WWE. Her feud with Naomi has taken on a personal edge, with both women trading barbs and sneak attacks. Trish's possible alignment with Jade could be the key to understanding how Naomi might lose her title at one of the biggest shows of the year. The possibility of a heel alliance between Trish Stratus and Jade Cargill has fans theorizing wildly on social media. Trish has often aligned herself with wrestlers who share her ruthless pursuit of dominance. Jade, with her larger-than-life presence and dominant in-ring style, fits that mold. If Trish were to interfere in Naomi's match, either by distracting the referee or delivering a decisive blow behind the official's back, it could pave the way for Jade to score a controversial but career-defining victory. From a storyline perspective, this twist would accomplish multiple goals. First, it would reignite fan interest in Trish Stratus by placing her in a powerful mentor or managerial role. Second, it would cement Jade Cargill as the new top heel in the women's division, giving her the kind of heat and narrative momentum that could lead to a dominant run. Third, it would create a sympathetic arc for Naomi, whose fans are already invested in her journey and would rally behind her following a perceived injustice. Adding fuel to the fire are the recent interactions between Trish Stratus and WWE Chief Content Officer Triple H. The game has spoken publicly about wanting to mix legends with current stars to enhance storytelling, and Trish's potential involvement at SummerSlam could be the latest example of that philosophy. Triple H's belief in long-term storytelling could mean that Naomi's potential loss is just the beginning of a deeper, more layered rivalry that stretches beyond SummerSlam. But there's another twist. What if Trish's interference isn't to help Jade win, but rather to make sure Naomi loses? There's been quiet talk of a possible third woman being inserted into this rivalry: Bianca Belair. Belair has been missing from SmackDown television for several weeks, fueling rumors of a dramatic return. If Trish were to cost Naomi the title and then be revealed as working alongside Belair, it could signal a powerful heel turn for the EST of WWE and a seismic shift in the women's division. There are also deeper questions about whether Naomi has quietly ruffled feathers backstage. Although she's known as a locker room favorite, the world of WWE is complex. Alliances shift quickly, and sometimes on-screen rivalries are used to settle backstage disputes. Trish's involvement may be symbolic of WWE's desire to elevate or refocus the division around a different face heading into the fall season. Another possibility lies in WWE's larger push toward unpredictability. Fans have increasingly praised WWE for embracing more unexpected finishes and layered character arcs. A SummerSlam finish involving Naomi losing her title, not because she was beaten clean, but because of a Hall of Famer's interference, would definitely fit that mold. It would create a buzzworthy moment, dominate headlines, and spark weeks of conversation on social media and podcasts. While Naomi has held her own against challengers like Tiffany Stratton, Io Sky, and even Liv Morgan in the past few months, she hasn't faced someone with the physical power and intimidation factor of Jade Cargill. Adding Trish Stratus to the mix would tilt the scale dramatically. Naomi's confidence and agility may not be enough to overcome two women who could be working in sync with a clear agenda. Naomi's response to the rumors has been measured. In recent interviews, she's focused on gratitude, discipline, and the honor of being champion. But some fans believe that's a sign of an impending storyline twist, that she's playing it cool now before erupting with emotion once the betrayal happens. She's been in WWE long enough to know how these arcs play out, and if there's anyone who can sell heartbreak, rage, and redemption in equal parts, it's her. In terms of crowd reaction, a controversial loss at SummerSlam could galvanize Naomi's already loyal fanbase. It might set up a redemption storyline where she fights her way back to the top, possibly culminating in a massive win at Survivor Series or even WrestleMania 41. WWE loves the long game, and Naomi's journey from injustice to triumph could become one of the most compelling narratives of the year. Still, WWE has the option to subvert expectations. What if Naomi retains at SummerSlam despite interference? That would showcase her resilience and further elevate her status. Or what if Trish's presence is a red herring, and someone else, perhaps a returning Sasha Banks, plays the spoiler role? The possibilities are endless, but Trish Stratus remains the central figure in this speculation because of her history, presence, and legacy. Naomi has defied odds before. From winning titles to walking out in protest to returning stronger than ever, she's a warrior in and out of the ring. Losing her title because of a Hall of Famer's actions would be a bitter pill, but also an incredible chapter in her story. And in WWE, the best stories are often born from controversy, betrayal, and unexpected twists. As SummerSlam 2025 draws closer, fans will be watching every promo, every backstage segment, and every hint for clues. Will Trish Stratus make her presence felt? Will Jade Cargill prove to be too much for Naomi? Or will the champion defy the odds once again? One thing is certain, Naomi's title reign hangs in the balance, and a Hall of Famer's shadow looms large over the biggest party of the summer. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.